Do we want to do like an intro?
What, we just...
Like how did we come up with the idea?
Oh, it was in the car.
We were in the car trying to... I don't know if you know the story of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
We were in a car together for a bit, talking about the plot of Kingdom Hearts, how I didn't know it and how he kind of knew it, and felt it would be very difficult to explain. After talking about it more and just realizing what we were talking about, we were realizing the highly unlikely possibility that this could be explained to a human being and impossibly in 5 minutes. So with that in mind, we made a drinking game about how impossible it would be. It's essentially something has to be explained by the other person within 5 minutes. We only have 5 minutes. And because we only have 5 minutes, we're not going to do it. And because we're not going to do it, we're just really hoping we either get lucky or get enough information out to make the other person understand it to a safe degree, because we're going to be looking up trivia questions about whatever was just explained that neither of us have come up with. Should that person get a question wrong, we both have to drink. I don't know what we're drinking yet, but we'll slowly find out.
We have a good amount of stuff.
We've got like 10 different bottles of hard shit that will be... I mean, if this game went on long enough, we'd definitely get through. We are giving out points, so there's going to be 3 trivia questions for each thing explained. We want to make some aspect of teamwork a thing. So the no drinking thing is the incentive to team up.
Yeah.
But also, if the person being asked the questions gets 2 out of the 3 right, gets them correct, then the person who did the explaining will receive a point. And whoever has the most points at the end of this whole endeavor is the best at explaining tedious bullshit.
So we both have 5 topics that we need to go over.
We have 5 topics that will be selected at random. I think sorted, at least in terms of me, on how difficult it is.
Yeah.
1 being least difficult, probably the thing I'm most confident in, 5 being we're all gonna die. Do you want to say who goes first?
No, rock, paper, scissors it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is taking longer than expected. Why can't you take something other than writing you?
Alright, 2 or 3?
No.
So do I get to pick who goes first?
You get to go first.
I was fighting to go first? I don't want to go first.
Sure, then I can go first.
Okay.
We good
Here we go.
Alright.
Here we go. Why did we Kingdom Hearts right away?
Oh.
I was close! Okay, so what
is the screen recording on?
Fire Emblem...
Awakening. So, that's
Awakening.
the one, yeah.
Which is the easiest one too. I feel like we're off to a good start.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay, it's going? Okay, cool. So, Fire Emblem Awakening. It's actually, most of the Fire Emblems are kind of like Final Fantasy-esque, where it's not really directly correlated with one of them. But in Awakening's case, it's actually the continuation of Fire Emblem 1 and 3. Marth defeats the dragon. Great. A couple years later, dragon comes back. That's, you know, the big bad comes back, destroys the whole thing. Your original party members that you start off with, this includes Chrom from Smash Brothers that you saw him. He leads a couple of groups of people to fight. He gets killed alongside the way. His offspring, Lucina, she basically time travels back in time to be able to alter the future that they currently have right now. Lucina is disguised as Marth, saying that, hey, I came from the past to help you, whereas she actually came from the future to help you. Your main character is actually the reincarnation of that dragon that Marth beat. They're like, oh, hey, I knew something like this was gonna happen because I'm an actor tactician and I'm also in a game with a bad writing. So he was able to make it look like Chrom got stabbed right in the heart, but not really. So basically it was a bait and switch for the very beginning of the game where they showed you, hey, Chrom got impaled by lightning. After doing that, the whole group goes, including the second generation kids, if you do manage to match like certain first generation units and make them fall in love with each other, there will be a second generation kid. Completely optional. Only Lucina really matters, that's why I'm not really showing you any visual stuff about it. Certain characters have like archetypes and whatnot, but first generation and then also second generation, definitely Lucina. Now that the dragon technically kind of got out of your body, you can also lean into the fight as well. So that's the whole thing with Awakening, and I think I should be good with that one. Do you have any questions for the next 30 seconds?
Can you go over the really important parts again?
Marth beats Dragon. Dragon comes back. Dragon army killed Crom originally, but Lucina came back from the future to save Crom. And then whole generation, like the two generations fight the dragon again. They actually win this time. And you're also ended up being a plot twist of a, dragon god, but you got it out of your system, I guess. There you go.
Okay, now here's what you do.
All right.
First of all, go get a hard liquor
Oh boy.
and get 2 glasses.
For the future, was I talking too fast or was I just repeating too much stuff?
I think I just don't get it.
That is actually the easiest one. So.
Okay, good. So it'll only get worse.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing that info, so I need those questions like stat.
It's gonna be some stupid thing like mechanic stuff. Oh, by the way, if it's game mechanic stuff, that's not we're not doing that because that's way too much stuff to cover. Kill, marry, do something.
Who would you hug, kill, or kiss?
Classes and skills. God dang.
No one even cares about the Fire Emblem lore on the internet.
Yeah, they're just like, who would I waifu up?
Yeah, they should tell you something.
About the Fire Emblem fans in a nutshell. These aren't really, these aren't questions, these are just trivia.
Can you make it into a question?
Oh no, that's it.
Yeah, do that.
What, this one?
By quote, yeah.
The
Either or, this is a
confession quote? Whenever they like you? Is that
confession
what you want?
quote?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just need some questions. So read the quotes out loud to me.
Oh, actually, this might not be bad. I love
Okay.
you, and no matter what the future holds, I'm going to cherish every moment.
So there's 3 characters I remembered. Lucina.
Turn around. Okay, and you said it was Lucina, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You got that one right.
Yes. Okay, good.
Another one.
Yes.
It's just gonna be, you are the wind on my back and the sword at my side. Together, my love, we shall build a peaceful world, just you and me.
Crom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Alright, now I'll actually do a hard one, so we might be...
Okay.
Your character, I did mention very slightly that he was something. And it is a actual starting class. What is it?
Starting class?
Yeah, it's a starting class, and he has a specific name for that one. But I also did say that he was this certain thing while I was explaining it. Also,
A tactician.
yeah,
Oh, really?
tactician class, yeah.
So you just got 3 right answers, so you get a point, and we don't...
It's like a half a point since I did kind of have to make questions.
No, I think that counts. We're gonna say that counts, because we're good. Okay, here's mine.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Wait.
Here we go.
Oh god! I hope stuck in there.
Star Wars 1 through 3.
Okay, cool.
I had a lot of actual things, because again, I don't know a lot of stuff about things that you don't know about. So maybe it's gonna work. Who
Okay.
knows? Here we have 5 minutes, and I gotta explain the prequels to Star Wars to you.
Alright.
Okay, so Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are 2 Jedis that are going to a Trade Confederation ship to investigate trade shit. No one likes episode 1.
Okay.
But they're going there. You don't need to know why they're going there. That's not going to be a trivia question. But they're just there to stay, and then they get attacked. And they find out that the Trade Confederation is making a droid army to fight against the Galactic Republic for financial reasons. And they go to Naboo to conquer the planet, which is controlled by a queen. They're going to abduct her with the droid army.
What's the queen's name?
Queen Amidala.
Armadillo.
Queen Armadillo. They want to get to Coruscant, which is the planet that the Galactic Republic is based at, because it's a big city planet, center of all communication, all that. The Galactic Senate is there. That's where they make all the rules. It's like Space Washington, D.C.
And what was this place called? It started with C?
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Planet Coruscant. The planet is one
Okay.
big city, but on the way there, they get their ship shot by Trade Federation ships. And they have to crash land kind of on Tatooine. They're going to buy new parts to fix the ship, and they meet Anakin Skywalker. And while they are on Tatooine, Qui-Gon Jinn, the Jedi Master, he senses that Anakin Skywalker is the chosen one from a prophecy through his power of the Force.
yeah.
And they explain it in a bullshit scientific way that it's supposed to be a mystical power. I don't think that's going to come up, but if it does, just know the term mini-chlorians.
Oh.
That's the calculation of the force.
Yeah.
So, oh shit. Okay, so they get Anakin, and through some bullshit pod racing side thing, he gets with them. But his mother does not, because they're only allowed, Anakin and his mother are slaves, they are only allowed after they win the race to take Anakin.
Ah.
So,
that's a reason.
Anakin goes with them to become a Jedi later. They're still doing a mission, but they just like, let's just pick him up along the way. And then they go to the Jedi Council, and they're like, guys, the Trade Confederation's really evil. We should stop them. And then they're like, okay, let's go get the Gungans to do it. The Gungans are what Jar Jar is, and they're like the big native weird dudes. They're underwater, so the droids never find them.
And which planet?
On Naboo. The Gungans are like, we don't want to do it. But then one of the Queen's servants comes up, and she's like, this is a decoy. I'm the real Queen. My name's Padme. We really need your help, and because I just outed myself, we hope that you respect us enough to do this. And the Gungan leader was like, okay, you're right, we'll do it. They go on ships to destroy the Trade Confederation ships orbiting Naboo, and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan fight Darth Maul. They get Qui-Gon Jinn killed, and Qui-Gon Jinn's dying wish is to have Obi-Wan train Anakin, which he does. And then they just have wacky adventures on Coruscant, but eventually Obi-Wan Kenobi learns to find out that the Galactic Republic is building an army of clones. Clones are being made for a certain person in the Galactic Republic from like a home source called Jango Fett, who was a bounty hunter that they had been hunting before. So Obi-Wan finds Jango Fett on Kamino, and he's like, yo, I know you're a bounty hunter, and I know you've been killing off people in the Republic, and you tried to kill Queen Amidala earlier. So he had to leave, and he escapes to a planet called Geonosis. And Anakin Skywalker and Padme try to fall in love in the meantime, but they're not allowed to because Anakin's a Jedi. And Anakin's mom dies, goes back to Tatooine, then he goes save Obi-Wan and Geonosis. But one person within the Galactic Senate, whose name was Sidious, or his name was Chancellor Palpatine, he was actually evil, and he made the clones, and the clones were all designed to work for him when they were made. So at one point in the movie, when he's trying to turn Anakin, he executes Order 66, which turns the clones against all the Jedi, basically conquers the Republic in his name, and makes it an empire, which he rules, and he's in charge of a clone army, which become the Stormtroopers eventually, and all the Jedi are dead, and Anakin's Darth Vader.
Okay. Oh, that's close.
I'm sorry, there was no question time.
No, it was good.
It took a long time with episode 1 because it's fucking tedious and boring. Star Wars prequel trilogy quiz. Let's just take a look. Which order from Palpatine brings down the Jedi?
66.
You got it.
Nice.
What species is Jar Jar Binks?
Gungans.
Gungan.
Mm-hmm.
What cells apparently give people the Force?
Midichlorians.
Yes.
Okay.
That was 3 answers right.
Nice. Cool.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
It was funny. This was like, if you need to know anything about the bullshit, just know the word midichlorians, and that was the exact word. Should we do one more just in case? I'll pick a random one that's further down.
Sure.
Because I feel like Order 66 was too easy. Which of these characters does not make it to the end of the trilogy? Qui-Gon, Yoda, Palpatine, Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon?
Yes. Okay, so we got lucky, I think, with the questions.
We just need to find like ways to get questions.
Yeah.
And I think.
Well, you chose the fucking weirdest shit in the world to get trivia questions for. So that was 4. We gotta pick the new one.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
This is gonna be some weird one. Let's see if we can find it from here. I'll let you dictate on. There you go. Cool.
Oh no.
Yeah, there you go. Now you know. Here, 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Year is 2000X. So obviously this thing isn't happening anymore, but this is a manga series from like 70s, 80s. It's a long, a long time ago. Maybe I shouldn't jump. Anyways, nuclear war happens again. And basically, whole world's...
Did it happen once already?
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Basically, just think of it like that.
Yep.
And then the strong beats the weak. It's kind of like survival of the fittest situation. There were 2 major assassination techniques. It was the Fist of the North Star, which is the little title right here, and then the Fist of the Southern South Dipper, which is more of a killing people in exterior.
It's like poking them and then their skin peels open, right?
For this one, yeah, for Kenshiro and Toki and Ro, these 3 brothers, these guys were trying to fight on who was going to be the chosen one in order to be the guy that passes on the art of Fist of the North Star. These two fall in love. It's Kenshiro and Yulia right here. This guy right here, Shin. He's like, hey, survival of the fittest. I beat you because you still have doubts about, killing your old best friends. I'm gonna, beat you, put 7 of these scars in you, and I'm gonna take your girl, and I'm gonna leave. In the very first arc, he's trying to just get his girl back from Shin. He goes over to Shin, after doing a couple fights, he meets these 2 kids along the way, Ren and Bat. Kenshiro gets to Shin, beats Shin up, and then Shin was like, yeah, Yulia's gone. She jumped off the building that we were at, so she's completely gone. She's actually with Rao at this point, so basically those 2 are just kind of traveling by themselves. He also realizes that his brother, foster brother, Toki, is still alive. So he goes over to the jail cell to help him. So he does that whole thing with that one. And then afterwards, they learn that this guy, Jagi, is impersonating Kenshiro. He's technically the 4th brother in the whole Fist of the North Star kind of thing. Only these 2 are related, but not these 2. So he was completely jealous that he wasn't able to become a descendant for it. He tried to fight one of the brothers for the position to become the guy that will be able to carry on the martial arts. He basically almost dies and almost gets his head exploded. Yulia actually ends up being the leader of these other 3 South Dipper guys. These are his friends. Salazar's the only asshole one on this whole picture. Jagi corrupted Shin, so that's why he had a more incentive to basically beat him up. And then once he went through all this adventure and stuff like that, he suffered losses. These 2 guys are dead. This guy is also dead and stuff like that. They gain an ability to just be able to predict the enemy's movements called Muso Tensei. And then they just have their epic clash and whatnot, and basically he just kind of rockets himself back to heaven. That's the picture right there. And that's basically it for the first arc. And I'm pretty sure that the trivia will only ask for the first one. Yeah.
There's still a shot in here that I expected to take by now, but I have not.
And this one is gonna be a little bit harder.
I don't know. I mean, I've made myself aware of some plot points, so I don't know if I'm at a total disadvantage here.
I can't type on your computer.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah. Well, it's.
Who is
It's
it?
in Portuguese.
Who is it?
That's Kenshiro.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so this one might be more of a visual thing.
Well, look through all of them and see if they get any harder. See if there's any proper ones.
What?
Can you open a tab that's like a translator in the other? Copy that and then yeah.
What arts does he master? Okay, cool.
Oh,
this one's gonna be a little bit hard.
No, he's the.
Because there's
it's
either.
not in-
Oh,
I just thought it would be the North Star. Okay, so is it Hokuto or Ryuken?
we'll just do that, and I guess they'll discuss later. Who's this?
I don't know. That's not anyone I saw. Is it Lin?
Actually, you might have been able to get that one right. Okay, so we'll have to take shots for these. Pretty sure that's Mamiya. That's supposed to be Rei's sister. That's blind or whatnot.
Oh, that's right. I remember that character.
Yeah. So there was that.
Yeah.
But at the very least, I would have been. A process of elimination could have happened because Yulia has dark hair and then Lin's a girl. Ryuken. Technically, it's most of the things that I've seen is Hokuto Shinken, so pretty sure that would be the one.
So I didn't do it.
So yeah, there was that one. All right,
That's 2 shots.
first strings.
I guess I fucked it.
We'll
I
start.
don't know. You didn't. Did you say that though? Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we go there, you can. Okay, cool. So it is. You said Ryuken, right? That's a deviation apparently from Shinken, so a little bit different. So,
Do you want to just accept the loss or say?
Yeah, no. That's a loss.
Okay, so you don't get a point, and we take another shot.
Yeah.
Are you taking shots? That wasn't that. I mean, if I could read the question, I think I get it. I'm not oblivious to the North Star shit.
Want a pizza?
Yeah.
I gotta bug your pizza.
This will probably go okay.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hotline Miami is a Cold War set arcade type game. The premise of which is that the Cold War doesn't eventually get better in the 1980s, it only elevates. America goes to war with Russia, they fight for Hawaii, there's actual soldiers, battles, whatever have you. In Hawaii, some of the game is played there, you experience flashbacks. In 1986, they nuke the city of San Francisco in the United States of America, which leads the United States of America to form a peace concord with the country of Russia. It inevitably leads to an influx of immigration from Russia to the United States as both countries have achieved peace with each other, have open borders again, and Russians are looking to make new lives for themselves in the United States of America. Which leads to the abundance of the Russian mafia, the prime, I guess, criminal active group in the entirety of the country. People will downright kill Russians in the street because they are Russian and they hate what Russia has done to America. Which leads to the creation of the organization called 50 Blessings.
Okay.
It is a front disguised as a patriotism inspiration group, I guess. They send out newsletters, they actually have a presence somewhere, but they have a hidden agenda. And there's two masterminds behind it all that secretly seek to essentially kill all the Russians in America and then nuke Russia. Those who have military experience are eventually learned about and coaxed into doing things. A lot of the events of Hotline Miami 1, he plays Jacket the whole time, he plays Biker sometimes, but the whole time they're killing Russians because 50 Blessings is telling them to.
Oh.
Sometimes they provoke people out of fear. For example, Biker eventually gets provoked out of fear to do it because they know so much about him. Richter, the person who shoots you in Hotline Miami 1, the Rat Man with the Uzi, he gets tricked and eventually forced into doing these things because if they do not happen, they will kill his mother and burn his car and his home. So these people sometimes do not want to do the 50 Blessings keeps happening. I'm just going to talk about characters, I'm just probably going to get asked on that. There is Jake, who was a Marine, he wears the snake mask. He is super patriotic, he drives a big Jeep truck. He plays the Pig Butcher, who is this film director who thinks he's making a film the whole time, but really he's just killing people. He's not really relevant to the Russian thing. They end up just nuking each other in the end because both of their leaders get assassinated. The Russian president gets assassinated, the American president gets assassinated because of the rising tensions between the two.
Is this the end of 2?
This is the end of Hotline Miami 2, yes. Okay. I guess, I don't know, 50 Blessings is an organization that's just meant to incite all-out hysteria to make people want to fight each other, which eventually leads America and Russia to fight each other. I don't think that's going to be a very trivia questions though.
Oh, I hope so not. Alrighty.
Well, the thing is, I knew I could explain that well, but let's see what trivia questions exist out there for it.
Yeah.
We may have to wait for the questions, because I don't think I'm going to find any online. I think they're only going to have to come from the source.
Don't worry, take your time. I had that struggle with the Fire Emblem one, so just don't go to a website that's like 10 Hotline effects you didn't know about. Cause I
that's why.
definitely not know
That's
about.
why I think this is kind of tricky, because like we're asking questions that we want to be about the plot, but so little people care about the plot to video games.
A darn shame for certain games though, because devs put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, but they gotta realize they're making a video game, not a video story.
It's
one sec. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you asleep?
I'm at my laptop. What's up?
Okay, I need a super quick favor from you real quick. I have just explained the entire lore of Hotline Miami 1 and 2 to Tales War as best I could with a time duration of 5 minutes to work with. And now I need 3 trivia questions based on the lore of the game that I can ask him, and they don't exist on the internet, so I was hoping you could be the uninfluenced source that comes up with those questions, because I don't have any other friends who know that lore.
Where did Richter first appear? Because it was in the bathroom of the bar. He was washing his hands or whatever.
I don't even remember that.
Well,
Well, I think we're gonna get it wrong, because I don't even know that.
Yeah. We'll get that one wrong, but maybe tone it down just a little bit.
Go easy on it, please.
Go easy on this place. More of like overarching lore. How about that? Oh yeah, we're also drinking through this every time we get a question wrong.
So you might harm us.
Oh fuck, dude, I don't have.
Just, it can be very broad, because I might not have even brought it up.
What was the union between Russia and America?
It's not some generic name like the Peace Treaty or anything like that, right?
The thing is, I'm gonna accept this as a question. I did mention one of the words in this, but I didn't name it specifically, so you're gonna get it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was the Russo-American Coalition.
Yeah.
Russo-American Coalition. Well,
So
at least
that's two drinks and
I'm
that
learning.
What was the name of the mask worn by Martin Brown?
I'm just gonna ask the question. Did you explain this one?
Very, very briefly.
Was it Jake?
No.
No,
No. Which one was it?
It was the pig.
it was Aubrey.
Aubrey. Oh.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I would have accepted the pig. I very briefly brought up the pig butcher, but it was probably not even retained.
No.
Yeah, shit.
Alright,
Well,
well-
wrong.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we thank you. These questions don't exist on the internet.
I tried without going for ones that are super easy.
No, we just need
No,
the
yeah.
unbiased ones. That's all. They don't exist online. We had to like struggle for 10 minutes straight trying to find them for Fire Emblem and Fist of the North Star.
The Fire Emblem one was stupid. It was just like, who would you date? I was like, no, I just want lore questions. I fucking don't want who you
So
want.
we got 3 wrong in a row, but for the sake of making me feel better for having explained this, can you ask an easier one?
What was the name of the serial killer that Detective Pardo was allegedly hunting?
Oh my god.
I didn't even bring up Manny Pardo.
God damn it, dude.
I had 5 minutes.
He was very brief on it.
I was probably focused on parts I shouldn't have done.
and
What city did Beard die in?
Oh, that's a good question actually. Okay, yeah.
what?
What city did Beard die in?
The beard
It's
guy?
not Miami. It's the only other city I ever said.
San Diego?
No, but I knew you tried because you got the San.
That was close.
Oh, was it San Francisco?
It was San Francisco.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
It's okay. I don't feel as bad now. So we have no points now, and I have to take 3 shots.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well, we'll just say that the first round was a freebie, right? Well,
The first round went really well, and now it's bad.
yeah.
And that wasn't even the worst one.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this isn't gonna end well.
Oh. Oh.
Remember, I still have my hard one. We're almost halfway done. Almost.
We're almost halfway done. Okay.
I-
Let's take a spin.
I really want it to just give me Kingdom Hearts right now so I can just get that out of the way. Cool. Alright.
Good timing.
So this one
You have a visual aid for it?
is gonna be the hard one.
Oh yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think it'll be the easiest one to find trivia questions about.
Yeah, no, that's the easiest one. Because every goddamn nerd wants that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It's a lot of
Oh.
visual stuff. So, just wanted to let anybody that watches this know there is a really good Kingdom Hearts video that explains most of this in like 3 hours. And I need to condense this into 5. So this is gonna be
I'm just gonna prepare myself to drink. in 5
Pretty-
minutes.
booty. Alright, cool. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, cool. Kingdom Hearts. Basically, the premise of the game came up with what people thought was like an elevator conversation where a guy from Nintendo, not Nintendo, Disney, and the guy from Square was in an elevator. They did a whole thing of, hey, why not we have Square Enix characters with Disney characters? And they were like, okay, cool, that's a great idea. So that's the premise of it. So let's start. There's these 3 kids right here. Sora, Kairi, Roxas. Or Sora, Kairi, Riku. Roxas over here. Riku right here, right? These 3 living in an island, having a great time. Their whole world kind of just starts crumbling into the darkness. As long as they have this mark right here, they're harmless, basically. I'm also going to be using a little bit of Star Wars to get through like some of the fat as well.
Star Wars.
Yeah. So he's the chosen one. He gets this. This is the Keyblade. It's the only way that you can extract the hearts that the Heartless consumes. Because what happens is that everybody has a dark side to their heart, and these guys are just roaming around all the worlds and whatnot. and if you get attacked by one, then you also turn into a Heartless. You still technically have a soul, but you need the Kingdom Key, or this Keyblade, to be able to just like basically do a bonk and then, you know, extract it from there. Right? Okay. Everything good so far?
Just keep going.
So that's it. Kyrie's gone, Riku's gone. Sora's like, okay, I need to find these two. That's the whole premise of Kingdom Hearts 1. You need to find Riku and stuff like that. Riku basically gets a little bit jealous of like Sora being chosen one and whatnot. Also, you probably know about the Disney characters thing. Donald and Goofy are basically tasked from King Mickey to find the boy with the Keyblade. Obviously, he's the chosen one. He's got the Keyblade. They follow him, right?
Is the Keyblade actually a blade?
Basically, it's just a magical key that opens most locks. That's the thing, and its main purpose is to extract the hearts or the souls from these guys. Okay, so there's that. Ooh, my God, we're at 2 minutes. Okay, anyways, so there's.
We're still on the beginning of one.
Yeah, so basically he gets jealous, right? He gets jealous. He taps into the evil side, right?
Yes.
And then since he's evil, but he technically has a stronger heart, so actually the Keyblade kind of just shifts around. It kind of gets a little bit indecisive, so he goes over to him. Little complication happens, but overall, happy ever after. They were able to, you know, get through all the shit. Great.
Sure.
Okay. Prequel. Ben, Terra, and Aqua, right? They're the whole thing. This is Anakin. Terra's literally Anakin. He gets corrupted. He turns into this guy right here. This guy is Xehanort, right? He's the big baddie across all the games. What his main goal is to make it so that he needs a group of army to fight with a group of army of darkness to fight with a group of army of light. And then by clashing those, you create Kingdom Hearts, which is basically just like a MacGuffin that just kind of grants, you know, their wishes and whatnot, right? So he's trying to make different incarnations of him. So technically, this guy is also these three as well. Heartless version of him is basically this guy, right? And then Nobody is basically, if you have a strong will, you have an empty husk, which is the reason why this guy has a little zipper mouth right here, but he's, you know, empty inside. He's a Heartless. This guy has a heart, but this guy is a Heartless. You just have to have a strong will in order to get
So that's the darkness, and that's the heartless.
This is Nobody. The Heartless, Nobody.
Okay.
Darkness is basically just this.
Darkness is the heartless.
Yeah. So basically, these are all different forms of him, but basically he's just trying to get like different forms of him and whatnot. This is actually Terra. He gets corrupted, right?
Yeah.
His soul he basically transfers soul because he's an old fuck. He needs like a younger body, right? So he gets that. Basically, all these guys are nobodies, and he has a. But yeah, it's basically that.
So what happens in Kingdom Hearts 3?
Well, I'll get to that if I survive this whole thing.
Oh my God, it is a lot harder than I thought.
Well, it's fucking Kingdom Hearts!
I try to do this in 5 minutes.
You need a century to fucking get through the first game.
Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like I've learned enough keywords to make some proper educated guesses. Yeah, you just asked me the question.
Alright.
So for the concept.
When does Birth by Sleep take place? Actually, this.
What? Is it a prequel?
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, I can say that because I don't think that there's a year. Oh.
Okay, wait. 10 years prior.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. Who passes the Mark of Mastery exam in Birth by Sleep?
What the fuck?
Okay. As you can see, right?
Yeah.
You can see the names of it. This image isn't really necessary to the question.
What? Who passes the Mark of Mastery exam?
Yeah. Remember, Star Wars.
Only Aqua passes.
Thank fuck. Okay, cool. Alright.
You're about to get a point for Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
How does Sora turn into a Heartless in Kingdom Hearts?
Scroll down the answers. Since he's an anime hero, I'm gonna say he releases his own heart with the Keyblade to save Kyrie.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
I got all the Kingdom Hearts questions right.
Nice. Alright, cool. So I didn't do such a terrible job. Also, probably thanks to your best educated guesses. Great.
That's exactly what I said going in.
Okay.
Okay.
Because now that I'm at the end of it, I'll just try to explain.
Don't. Okay, so you have 2 points.
I'm just really happy that I at least
I'm
Shoved
happy
through that whole
for you.
Star Wars thing.
So we've got 1 that I could probably do and 2 that I'm afraid of. Are you ready?
Yeah.
almost don't want to look, but
I mean, I can see one of them being pretty. Fuck. Hey, at least we're getting the harder ones out of the way, so we should be good, right? That's the best way that I can look at it.
so let me tell you about Homestuck. So, wait, let me give me like a mercy 10 seconds. I read this in like 2012
It was around high school when I
because
first
a
started.
girl liked it and was like, you should read Homestuck, and I liked the girl, so I was like, yeah, I'll read Homestuck. And I did read Homestuck. I read Homestuck because I liked the girl. And I'm gonna teach you about it. And there's an inside joke that gets told a lot. It's a little meme for the Homestuck fans, and it goes something like, let me tell you about Homestuck. Because they are self-aware that this fucking cannot be explained. Let alone in 5 goddamn minutes.
Oh, fuck.
It'll be great.
This is something that I'm like completely not
Jesus
in the know
Christ.
for. So.
Oh, fuck. I'm digging into the deep recesses of my psyche here.
Nice. Okay, go.
The webcomic is written by a man named Andrew Hussey, and he starts the story by introducing us to an individual named John Egbert,
John Egbert.
who is he's an internet kid. He's a little kid in his house. He doesn't have a care in the world. He just sits on his computer all day and he hates Betty Crocker. But he goes on the internet because he gets a message from his friend about a sick game that came out. It is called Suburb. S-B-U-R-B. I don't know what it is. They never actually play it. But he gets a message about it. And he's like, okay, I'm going to play it. He's talking to his fucking friends. There's Dave Strider, who's the cool kid in like the 50s movies. He's got blonde, slick hair. He's got really big sunglasses. And he's just cool. He's got records. He's got katanas. He's a cool fucking dude. And then there's Jade, who's the girl version of John Egbert. And then there's Rose, who's the girl version of Dave, but she's goth instead of cool. Okay, so if you have to identify them based on like an image or whatever, Rose will be a squid, Dave Strider will be a record with the slash in it, and Jade will be Slimer from Ghostbusters, I think.
Okay.
So then they start playing Spurb, but it's fucked because it's actually a time travel game, or an interdimensional separation game, where they actually don't, they're not in the world anymore. They're in weird fucking planets and shit in space, in a big fake world, a big fake universe, and there's trolls now. And Dave Strider gets sent to the planet of lava and broken records or whatever the fuck. And John Egbert gets sent to the planet of windy things. But that doesn't matter because you'll never be asked about that probably. I'm going to tell you all about trolls and shit now.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of those. They're all based on star signs. There's Carcat, who's a Cancer. He's a dick. He types in all caps and he's very loud. There's Terezi, who types in leet speak, who's just a fucking psycho kind of person. She's a Libra. She will like Carcat, but not all the time. There's Gamzee, who drinks a lot of Faygo, which is why I thought it'd be funny to give Kurt Faygo, because he also read Homestuck
Oh,
very
okay.
briefly.
Now it's coming from.
Also, I didn't know what Faygo would taste like, but we have 2 minutes left. Gamzee's a murdering clown. She kills the cat one, whose name is Nepeta, and she kills, I think, someone else, but I don't even remember who. Briska is the spider Scorpio. She is manipulative, and she kills the Taurus one, who I don't even fucking remember the name of. But they're just trolls. I don't think there's like a plot here. I think they just wanted to make like a lot of characters who could maybe date each other, because that's a big part of Homestuck, because the fucking cards and shit interact with how people feel about each other and their emotions. And like if you have a suit of cards that's black, it's not actually love, but if it's a red suit, then it might actually be, but trolls see it a little differently, and I don't know what to even start saying about that. But it's really fucked up. But anyway, John Egbert does the windy thingy, and Terezi encourages it because she starts talking to him, and he does the windy thingy. And then they meet 4 identical fucking people way later in the webcomic. Also, everyone dies in this webcomic. Pretty much instantly a character is introduced. I give it like 30 pages before they die.
Do they come back?
No, they don't. Well, sometimes they do, but then they die again. Also, they have a dream version of themselves because there's a sun and the moon version of every planet, and the purple is the moon, and the orange and yellow is the sun. And sometimes Jack Nor comes in and fucks them all up. You're not gonna get asked about that.
Is he the writer?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't talk about the Midnight Crew right now. We have 40 seconds. So Jake's trying to fall down the stairs, and he watches a Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff cartoon, and they say, "I warned you about those stairs, bro." And then there's a big airship and shit. I have 17 seconds. Basically, everyone's gonna die. I don't even remember what the big evil is. I think it's like a puppet. There's an evil out there. But you're just gonna get questioned about like who the characters are. So if you can see a star sign relevant to them, I'm just gonna start shouting out troll names. There's Nepeta, who's the Leo. Oh no.
Oh no.
Here's the question. I'm gonna read it to you. John once had a very unsettling conversation with one of the trolls over his chat client, Pester Chum. His chum handle at the time had been Ghostly Trickster. But the troll had been speaking to had threatened him in such a manner that he changed it to avoid her. His new handle was based off of a word she used in this conversation. What was it? These are the 4 options. Ectobiologist,
Okay.
Tum-tech biologist, erratic bumbling, or undying umbrage. What do you think the answer would be?
Ectobiologist? Where was it?
I don't remember. It was ectobiologist.
Nice.
So that's 1. At one point, a certain alien develops a hate crush on our gallant poop lord of a hero.
What the fuck is
How
a
does
poop
John
lord?
respond to Carcat attempting to infiltrate a kismish that thing with him?
Seriously, I hate you too. Are these right?
We're gonna find out. But I don't know. He says he's not a homosexual.
Okay.
So it's one shot. These trolls are alternate universe versions of their ancestors. Born in a universe where the descendants are the ancestors, it is a strange relationship. Just roll with it. Anyhow, which 2 ancestors are only tolerated by each other? I think I actually didn't say any of these characters. So just pick one.
I like Personas of Megiddo.
You got wrong.
Oh no, what's it?
I don't fucking know.
Vantas?
I don't know these. Well, we got 1, so I don't get a point, but we at least don't have to take a shot. Extra. So we only have to take 2 now. And I get to get rid of Homestuck, which is a load off my chest. So I gotta pour 2 more shots or I'm gonna go. Your turn. We get a shittier whiskey.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna.
Here, take that.
Okay, yeah. This is good. Thank you. Tenjaku, 40%.
Colin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I was so confident at the start of all this when we were getting questions right, and now look at this. Okay. This I'm feeling. I don't know what the fucking letters are there, but I can.
You know what's really funny about this one?
Yes.
So this is a really haha, JRPG moment right here, alright?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you choose a number 1 through 4, and we're gonna go one of these.
3.
3?
3.
Cool. My favorite one. You're gonna like it. And I have a way that I can explain this a little bit better, so hey, there's also that. Tales of the Abyss. I love this game. I would
Tales of the Abyss?
Yeah, like to eventually play with you, but I'm going to right now ruin a little bit of that story.
Got it.
So, alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so basically, this whole thing is about prophecy, right? There's these lot of different like rocks just floating around in the universe. The guy with red hair is going to be, saving the world, but he's also going to be destroying the city of Xeria. Luke is the guy that you sort of going off against. He has amnesia in the beginning of the game, and he's in the castle, and he's a spoiled little rich brat because he doesn't know any better because when he was a kid he got kidnapped. And then you got Tyr, Jade, Guy is Luke's servant right here, and Ion and Anis. Jade over here, there's the whole Kimlaska and Ma'alkuth kingdoms. 2 predominant big kingdoms. These 2 are the Kimlaskan guys, and then he is Malkuth. He's the general of the Malkuth thing. So obviously, enemies kind of territory kind of thing, right? There's also like 5 other guys that's within the guys like helping them, which I did mention earlier. Hey, these are the guys that can read the stones into the people. Remember what I said about the beginning about the red hair basically destroying a city and whatnot? So basically, Van turned out to be the bad guy.
Join me, Luke.
He wanted him to basically be a scapegoat, but he didn't technically want the Luke to be it. So now there's this new technology called replicas. There's still deviations, but technically that's true. Even if your replica dies, you're still alive, right? So he was a replica this whole time.
So does he get killed?
He gets kidnapped. No.
Oh, he gets kidnapped.
Yeah, he gets kidnapped, and then he gets created a replica. He's a replica this whole time.
Okay.
So and that was basically his doing.
Is he his own person, or is he being controlled by?
He's his own person.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Van basically was doing this whole thing because basically these guys destroyed the kingdom of Hod, right? So the last dungeon that you venture in is Hod, and this is probably the most closely working with Ion and stuff like that. She ends up just kind of being a spy. Kate Sith, basically Kate Sith. She's not really controlled by any other
Just
person.
keep using Final Fantasy
But yeah,
analogies.
he was basically your mascot character. So yeah, just I don't know. It's just a mascot character. He doesn't really have much. He burns down a forest and has to redeem himself. So now he's just kind of with the party member. Stuff happens with Replicas thing. They beat the final boss. Both of them were trying to save the world. One was to try to prevent global warming from happening. So imagine just meteor instead. He was basically just like, I'll just recreate after everything the world is destroyed. So different clashes. All right.
I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like that was probably the worst one.
The worst one, really?
I don't know why it was the worst one, but I don't think I'm gonna do well.
Alright, well, let's see. Who is the counterpart of Luke?
Oh no. Bam.
Okay. Who becomes Luke's slave?
That one.
Do you want to know?
V1.
Okay. V. Who is the optional boss who is brought back to life? Oh my god, these are
Sync.
technically okay. Alright. Alright. You ready to drink 3 shots? I did not at least tell you the name. This guy was Ash.
You never said his name.
Yeah. So
I just
that was on me.
He looked like a van. I knew his face. If I had seen him, I'd point
Yeah.
him out to you.
So remember when I told you about the mascot character burning down a forest and whatnot, and
Yeah.
he's kind of forced to
Is
be
he a
with
slave?
it. Yeah, well, slave. It's in quotations. It's Mew. So that's the little mascot's name. Who is the optional boss who was brought back to life? I did not tell you this at all, and this was completely like an optional boss thing. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna die yet.
Sure.
I'm not done with the game yet.
You serious?
I'll die later.
I do want to play Abyss with you, and if you don't know too much about it, that's a good thing.
I'm so drunk I forgot it was called Abyss.
Okay.
So we got 2 left.
Best case scenario, right? At the worst, there's only 9 more shots. If we just completely bomb the other ones.
So the score currently 2-1.
2-1, yep.
2-1. You're winning. I could catch up.
You could catch up.
I could theoretically win should I do these next 2 perfectly and you fuck up.
Yep.
We're gonna spin the wheel.
Which one? The entirety or like what are we?
Okay, yeah. So I brought this up briefly. I don't want to be able to explain the plot of Oblivion to you because that's a game I'm probably going to be playing. There's a lot of Elder Scrolls lore, and I don't even know all of it. But I think we could do like a generalized Elder Scrolls trivia. So I've got 5 motherfucking minutes
Oh,
to
fuck.
get through as much Elder Scrolls lore as I can. I won't touch on Oblivion, but I'm gonna lay down a goddamn foundation. You just ready yourself, my friend, because we're about to touch up on something that I find
Do you have
fucking-
water over there? It's not, I'm gonna pour you one.
I can't see.
You're gonna have to chug this water.
Chug it?
Yep.
No.
No, you have to.
Why?
Because you'll at least thank me tomorrow.
I do feel like a lot of the times it feels like a student coming in front of the class to show them a PowerPoint they made for their assignment.
Yeah.
When we do this. So tell me when you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
The Elder Scrolls starts with a bunch of fucking dudes hanging around in the sky, all powerful beings. They are the Aedra, they are the divines, they are the gods, they are the almighty beings, and they create mortal life essentially. This is like a mythology sort of thing. But there's only so much power in the universe, and eventually they take that power away. Those who escape with their power become the Daedra. Eventually those who do not become the elves and the orcs kind of over time. And that's kind of how magic works. So there are 9 divines. In the beginning though there are 8, because Talos doesn't exist yet. Talos is the god who starts off as a man and ascends to godhood through his accomplishments and achievements.
Oh.
But that's not important yet. The Imperials are mortals, mortal man, human. And there's subdivisions of human. There are Red Guards, there are Breton, all that sorts of things, but I'm going to talk about the Imperials for a bit. The Imperials are imprisoned, essentially, and enslaved by this race of elves called the Aelids, and become liberated men who exterminate the Aelids and become the Imperials. And they kind of are responsible for a lot of the lore-keeping time sort of thing. It's like the Roman Empire conquering all of Europe and suddenly being responsible for all of European history.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of what the Elder Scrolls is. I'm going to talk about what the Elder Scrolls are now. They're like, well, you know, they're like magical scrolls, they're prophetic, they foretell the future.
How
and
can
all
you
sorts
see
of
one
things.
without going blind?
You become a moth priest. You train your whole life to read the Elder Scrolls through magical means. I think what the type of trivia questions you will be asked will be primarily about gods. So I'm going to go through the most important ones. There's Akatosh, who's like the god of gods. He is the, like, if there were multiple gods in Christianity, he would just be God.
Like
He'd be
Zeus.
the Zeus of
Yeah.
the Olympians. Eventually, he bestows the amulet of kings upon the Imperials, which marks the beginning of the First Era. And when the Daedra come, the dragon fires will stay lit. The gods, the Aedra, the 9 divines, will protect mortal men from the Daedra, who are evil. Some of them are evil. Molag Bal, for example, is evil. Mayor's Dagon is evil, the god of domination and change, respectively, through each.
What about the another hand touch of the vegan one?
Well, that's Meridia. She's not evil, but she's still a Daedra. Like, not all Daedra are evil, but the Daedra that are evil personify the embodiment of evil. It's like demons coming into the world. It's interchangeable.
Is the Wabajek guy?
The Jababajak is Sheogorath. Sheogorath is the Daedric Prince of Insanity and Madness. He was actually, at one point in time, the most powerful of all Daedra, but the Daedra teamed up against him because he was so powerful and drove him to insanity so he would not be so powerful. And every so often, centuries, eons, whatever have you, he becomes the form he once was again. He regains his consciousness long enough to destroy his existing realm and rid the world of everything mad he has created. And then his madness returns. He's back to his normality. He starts over, but that's not important right now because I have a minute left. I think if you get asked a lot about like the continental shit, you're gonna want like a map of Tamriel. Tamriel is the main continent the Elder Scrolls takes place on. There's Akavir, which is over here to the northeast. So
Go through it real
this
quick.
is that's Cyrodiil right now. That's
Okay.
that's where the Imperials live.
Mhm.
This is Hammerfall. This is where the Bretons live.
Okay.
High Rock is where the Bretons live.
High Rock.
Hammerfall is where the
Hammerfall.
Red Guards live. These are all humans. Skyrim's where the Nords. The humans are over here. Dark Elves got Varnfell, Morrowind. Black Marsh is where the Argonians are. Elsewhere, the Khajiits, Valenwood, the Wood Elves, Somerset, the High Elves.
Okay. Cool. Alright. So everybody has like a different section of the map, which I mean, Skyrim was the only one that I played, so I guess.
Yeah, this was like my equilibrium in terms of you with all the JRPGs and stuff. I was like, this will embody
Yeah.
everything that I can't make up
Cool.
for.
Alright, it's up to me to not kill us now.
Oh my god, I couldn't cover so much of this. The Bad Daedra, who are the House of Troubles, also known as the Bad Daedra. I did say a few Daedra names, so I think maybe you could piece this together. I didn't say a lot of them, but I think through the ones I did say, you might
Molag
figure it out.
Bal, Mayor's Dagon, Malakoth, and Sheogorath. I remember most of those artifacts, and yeah,
You
there
got
go.
it right.
Alright, cool.
Yes! Okay. Who did Tiger Septim become upon his death?
He looks pretty human. Talos?
Nice. Alright, cool. Also, I think I remember seeing his name in Skyrim.
Yeah, Talos is he's banned because he's like the imperial god. He's the god that rose to godhood. There were 8 divines before Talos. Talos was the man who achieved so much in life he ascended to godhood.
Dang.
And the Thalmor don't want. Okay, let's do the Thalmor one because you'll probably get it wrong. What is the Thalmor's end goal? So there's a bunch of high elves here, and based on what I've told you, you would probably be able to make roughly an educated guess.
What is ending the Empire and eradicating the worship of Talos?
We got 3 right.
Yeah, alright,
I
cool.
thought this was gonna be one of the hardest. We got 3 right. So that's fucking good.
Nice, cool.
So we're tied right
Yeah.
now.
Tiebreaker.
You gotta do yours, which there's only one left, and it's whatever the fuck this is.
Spin it. Oh, you're gonna love this one. It's gonna be something that you probably heard of, but you are just like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Okay, you get up there. This is Mega Man?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so following first question, how much do you know about Mega Man?
There's a lot of games.
There's a lot of games. Cool. There's a lot of games. That's right. This whole thing is about astrology, right? It's called Mega Man Star Force. Amphibians are basically just aliens. Just think of them as aliens. They came to Earth, and this one in particular is called Warlock. This guy's Joe Seller. His dad is an astronaut. His dad's gone. He's lost in space. He's just fucking, I don't know where he went, but he's gone. But he's a lonely boy. He's a new city, new friend, like friend group and stuff like that. He doesn't have any friends at this point. This makes it so that he can see FM waves. So, these things, right?
Is he Mega Man?
No, not really.
What game
This
is
one
this?
is Mega Man. It's for the DS. It's right after...
Does this have anything to do with Mega Man?
Yes, it's still Mega Man. His father basically tasked the Warlock, which was an amphibian that he met in outer space, to be like, hey, I need you to go back to Earth and then interact with my boy, Geostellar. So Warlock's like, okay, cool. I'm obliged to do so, so I guess I'll go and do it. So they form a team, and they become Mega Man, right?
Like together?
Yeah.
They become one person?
Yeah, they
again?
become one person. It's Mega Man.
Do they fuse or something?
They do fuse. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
That's Mega Man. Aliens can fuse with humans. That's just a really weird thing that you can think about. So that's why he's acting like a superhero kind of thing. He have his other classmates over here. Well, she's not really a classmate. She's just a punk rock band girl that he meets along the
What's her
adventures.
name? Use names more, because that comes up a
So
lot.
no. Okay. Where's my phone?
No, don't, just keep going.
No, so now-
we only have 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Bud Bison right here.
Yeah.
He's the guy that turned into this one. Anyway, Luna Platz and then Zach Temple. Kind of jock, eats a lot, and then class president.
What's the jock's name?
Bud Bison.
What's his name?
I think his name is just Ace.
Ace?
Yeah,
Okay.
just think of it as Ace. The first one, you basically get these three transformations. These are just basically, just think of like mythical things that like grants him powers or something like that. So depending on which console or version you buy, you get to change into some of these. There's the super forms. These two can harness the abilities of the relic stuff to turn into these guys. This guy's name is Solo. The whole premise of this whole thing is that friendship is the infinite power that you can get, right? It's anime. This guy's just an edgy motherfucker, and he's like, no, I just want to do everything by myself.
What's his name again?
Solo.
Solo.
His name is literally just...
That's how I know him.
This whole thing, right,
Yes.
is Black Ace and Red Joker. Over here is when the bugs kind of starts happening within the system. So they get that, and then when the bugs accumulate way too much, you turn into either Black Ace or Red Joker, depending on which one you buy. Basically, this guy's a detective slash cop that tries to figure out the situation. Kind of gets killed halfway, so it's kind of taxed with Geostellar to be able to save the world. And by saving the world, he actually gets launched into space, finds his dad, gets back into Earth, and everything's happily ever after. Alright. Oh my god.
This is 3 games. Who's the main character's name?
It's not Mega Man.
It's not Mega Man, but I did say it.
Do I have multiple choice answers?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
It's two of these are like pretty,
Geostellar?
This one? See? You are right.
Thank you.
Good. One down.
That's one.
What is the name of the glasses the main character wears?
What are the options? The visualizer.
Yeah, cool. All right, so you got 2. How many Mega Man Star Force games are there now? Ooh, technically
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8. Well, at the very least, you get a point, and we all have to.
You get a point, and we have to take one
Yeah.
shot each only.
Woo!
And you're done.
All right,
And
I'm
I
good.
have this really bad. Okay, so you have 3, I have 2, I
Yeah.
think. So if I can do my next one, we'll tie.
I'm not.
Oh.
Why the fuck is a game for the Nintendo DS that has like a little to no fan base have like easy questions that I can look at, but Fire Emblem was like.
Okay, but if it was the other way around, to where deeper in the game it would have been harder to find trivia questions, that would have made this so awful. We should be really thankful that we were sober when we had to like visually
Yeah.
identify what trivia questions would be acceptable. So you've either won or tied with me by this point.
Yeah.
If I can explain the easiest one
Is it
that
the
I
easiest?
thought it would be, yeah,
Really? Okay.
it's the easiest one. I think that should be our goal. We achieve some sort of unity through teamwork. Are you ready to spin the wheel?
Huh?
That's good.
Woo!
It's Parappa. I think I could really easily explain this lore. I don't know what the trivia is going to be. I don't know if there's going to be any trivia, but I'm going to be able to do this in 5 minutes. I'm very confident in that.
I think finding the questions is gonna be the hard part of this one.
We'll figure it out. Let's just go. Noodles, 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 noodle burgers, noodles, noodles, noodles. There's a lot of noodles, noodles, noodles. He enlists in the military to fight the noodles, noodles, noodle, noodles, noodles, noodle hairdresser, noodle, noodle people, noodle, noodle, noodles, 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 noodles. Oh, I hope it did well.
Thanks. Welcome.
Welcome, brother.
This is really good though. The soundboard. Thanks. Wait, who said it was good?
Colin.
Colin. Thank you, Colin. I'm actually not as intoxicated as I thought.
No, you are.
This is good. I like soundboard.
Okay, look at the screen for a sec. Who is this? Don't.
Wait. Does it? Can I see the names?
Yes.
Sunny, Funny.
Yes, it is something funny.
Nice.
In which stage in the second game does Parappa watch a TV show with PJ that was strictly for adults?
Chopped up Master Onion stage.
Yes. And the final question: who is this?
I think it's PJ Barry, right? From.
It is PJ Barry.
Mm.
But did you have to be correct?
That means we just aced the last ones. Great.
This game's winner is...
Yeah, we did it.
Well, that makes the final score 3-3,
Nice.
and we've tied. I don't want to do a tiebreaker.
What are we even gonna do as a tiebreaker?
Would you accept mutual victory?
Yeah, it's fine. At the very least, we can confidently say that we can explain 3 out of the 5 things that we are at least semi-comfortable at explaining with to a good detail.
Well, I will say this though. I think if there's got to be a clear winner here, you took your hardest thing, which was Kingdom Hearts, and explained it to me so well that I got all 3 correct. So should there be a victor here, I am willing to at least admit defeat in that regard, in which I couldn't explain the thing that I somewhat felt.
If you feel
Maybe I
like
could
you
get one right.
need a tiebreaker, yeah, sure, but I'm okay with just tying it. I mean, we're both having a good time just explaining a bunch of shit. I mean, we explained to the best of our abilities while inebriated. Probably not the first one, but at the very least, from the second to the 5th one, we definitely did that. So, yeah, congrats. I'll say GG's. This was fun. I liked it. It was interesting. It was just an idea that popped up right in my head, and I'm just glad that it kind of went through.
So anything you'd like to say before I stop the audio recording?
I got it.
I spilled a lot of alcohol on you.
On yourself?
Well, it's okay because there's a paper towel
Nothing? That's spilled any.
here. Oh, no, on me, not you.
Oh, you said you.
I said me because it was me, not you.
Okay.
I wish I had conjugated verbs. That's my gosh.